So Dobsters, Dobinites, Dob Marleys. So I'm going over to over-unders for week 5. Last week, week 4, I was 27.52, over 50%. That's right. My top 5 was 3 for 5. My spider was 4 for 8. And my crazy was 3 for 7. I did win a 5-leg one, but that was the Minnesota versus Cleveland. In DraftKings, I was 1 for 3, like normal. Usually win 1 out of the 3. My best lineup was Justin Herbert, Saquon Barkley, Rico Dowdy, Ledrick McConkey, Zay Flowers, Garrett Wilson, Jake Ferguson, Emeka Egbuka, and Panthers D for a total of 176.24 points. The winner had Sam Darnold, Rashad White, Rico Dowdy, JSN, Emeka Egbuka, Jalen Waddle, Jake Ferguson, Jonathan Taylor, and Colts defense for a total of 253.14 points. So sometimes that's a good strategy in DK is when you want to stack a certain game. That's what this person did with Sam Darnold, Rashad White, JSN, and Emeka Egbuka. Just stack the whole, and then also stack the Colts as well. Jonathan Taylor and Colts D. I think they were playing. I forgot who they were playing. Were they playing Miami? Anyway, but that's kind of like the sometimes that is like the best way to do it is to stack a game or two, and then if they're high scoring, then you pretty much got the lead over everybody. 253.14 is about 27, 28 points above the average winner of 225. Normally I win pretty big with 176.24, but everybody seemed to have like Emeka Egbuka and JSN in the lineup, so it is what it is. All right, so for this week, the Chargers in Miami. I got Quentin Johnson going over 54 plus receiving yards. Kamani Vidal going for 30 plus rushing yards. Kamani Vidal going for 9 plus receiving yards. On the other side of Miami, I got Devon Achane going for 50 plus rushing yards. And Malik Washington going for 25 plus receiving yards. The Cleveland-Pittsburgh game. On the Cleveland side, I got Harold Fannin going 27 plus receiving yards. David Njoku going 36 plus receiving yards. Quinshon Judkins going 77 plus rushing yards. Quinshon Judkins going for 11 plus receiving yards. On the Pittsburgh side, I only got DK Metcalf going over 57 plus receiving yards. Cleveland's got a tough D, and I didn't really like any of the over-unders on there. For New England and New Orleans, I got Kayshon Boutte going for 29 plus receiving yards. Trevion Henderson going for 17 plus receiving yards. Drake May going for 21 plus rushing yards. On the New Orleans side, I got Chris Olave going for 61 plus receiving yards. I got Rashid Shaheed going for 46 plus receiving yards. I got Alvin Kamara going for 19 plus receiving yards and 38 plus rushing yards. I know New England's got a pretty tough defense, especially against the run, but Kamara's due for a breakout game at some point here, especially with Taysom Hill coming back. Arizona, Indianapolis, I got Michael Carter going for 51 plus rushing yards, Marvin Harrison Jr. going for 52 plus receiving yards, Trey McBride going for 54 plus receiving yards. On the other side, I got Michael Pittman going for 52 plus receiving yards, and Tyler Warren going for 50 plus receiving yards. The Rams and the Ravens, I got Devontae Adams going for 66 plus receiving yards. On the other side, for Baltimore, I got Zay Flowers going for 51 plus receiving yards, and DeAndre Hopkins going for 15 plus receiving yards. Dallas, Carolina side, I got Jake Ferguson going for 48 plus receiving yards, Jalen Tolbert going for 33 plus receiving yards, and Jadon Blue going for 15 plus rushing yards. Since Miles Sanders is officially out, I think they'll use Jadon Blue a little bit more. Carolina, I got Ted McMillan going for 69 plus receiving yards. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that's kind of low. I feel like he's going to hit the 80 mark pretty easily against that Dallas defense. Seattle and Jacksonville, I got JSN going for 81 plus receiving yards. AJ Barner going for 26 plus receiving yards. And on the Jacksonville side, Brian Thomas Jr. kind of breaks out a little bit, gets 58 plus receiving yards. De'Ami Brown gets 30 plus receiving yards, and Travis Etienne gets 14 plus receiving yards. Jacksonville is probably going to have a little bit of trouble running on Seattle's rush defense, so that's why I went a little bit more passing on that side. Tennessee and Vegas, I feel like, is going to be kind of a shootout. So Tennessee, I got Tony Pollard going for 53 plus rushing yards, Calvin Ridley going for 48 plus receiving yards, Elika Ayo Manor going for 31 plus receiving yards, And Chimere DK going for 14 plus receiving yards. He seems to be good for one catch, and he's fast, so I expect him to, get like 14 yards at least. On the other side, Ashton Ginty going for 77 plus rushing yards. Jacoby Myers going for 56 plus receiving yards. Deontay Thornton Jr. going for 17 plus receiving yards. And Ashton Ginty going for 17 plus receiving yards. The Cincinnati Green Bay game, since Joe Flacco is quarterback, I have T. Higgins actually going over 42 plus receiving yards and Chase Brown going over 22 plus receiving yards. On the other side, Green Bay, I got Tucker Kraft going for 49 plus receiving yards, Romeo Doubs going for 44 plus receiving yards, and Josh Jacobs going for 80 plus rushing yards. And then finally, the San Francisco-Tampa Bay game. I'm not sure how that game is going to turn out, honestly. Baker is usually, on fire. I don't know, this might be a track game for Tampa. We'll see. But anyway, we got Christian McCaffrey going for 56 plus rushing yards. I think he can get that. Bucks are due to give up like a huge rushing game, and why not the Christian McCaffrey? My top 5 this week would be DK Metcalf at 57 plus receiving yards, Alvin Kamara at 38 plus rushing yards, Trey McBride at 59 plus receiving yards, Calvin Ridley at 48 plus receiving yards, and Tucker Kraft at 49 plus receiving yards for a total points of 2,072. My spider consists of Devon Achane going for 60 plus rushing yards, Quinshon Judkins going for 77 plus rushing yards, Alvin Kamara going for 19 plus receiving yards, Michael Pittman going for 52 plus receiving yards, Jake Ferguson going for 48 plus receiving yards, Chimere DK going for 14 plus receiving yards, Tucker Kraft going for 49 plus receiving yards, and Christian McCaffrey going for 56 plus rushing yards for a total points of 14,556. And then my crazy lineup this week, I got Alvin Kamara going for 25 plus receiving yards, Michael Pittman going for 65 plus receiving yards, Ted McMillan going for 80 plus receiving yards, Tony Pollard going for 65 plus rushing yards, Tucker Kraft going for 65 plus receiving yards, Christian McCaffrey going for 65 plus rushing yards, and Devon Achane going for 80 plus rushing yards for total points of 79,562. The only one I truly worry about is Devon Achane. Perhaps I'll take him out in another one and just have the 6 instead of the 7 leg one for my DraftKings. So DK is going to be super tough this week. Everybody's kind of like in the middle. I think you have to be like on the money on every single position to win anything for this one. I'm probably going to be tinkering with this one, so I don't know if you noticed, but some of my DK lineups are a little, it's a little different from what I say on this podcast. But anyway, give you 2 lineups. One of my lineups is Drake May, Josh Jacobs, Quinshon Judkins, Ted McMillan, DK Metcalf, Chris Olave, Trey McBride, Tucker Kraft, and Packers D. And on the other one, I have Jordan Love, Ashton Ginty, Tony Pollard, Puka Nacua, Jay Asin, Marvin Harrison Jr., Tucker Kraft, Taysom Hill, and Ravens defense. Those are my picks this week. Stay tuned for Monday, where me and my buddy will go over a couple other things. Like I said, as always, let us know if you have any questions or if you want us to talk about anything particular. So then, peace out, y'all. Have a good day.